Japan is at risk of no longer existing as a nation if the issue of extremely low birth rates is left unaddressed. According to Masako Mori, an advisor to the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, the country is recording a death rate that is more than twice the birth rate, with 799,728 births registered compared to 1.58 million deaths. These figures indicate a trend of population decline over the past decade in Japan. Although the birth rate fell below 800,000 for the first time in 2022, that's not the only concern. The median age of the Japanese population is also increasing, reported to be 49 years old. The number of people over 65 years old has reached over 29%, making Japan the second oldest country in the world after Monaco. If this downward trend continues, Japan will face the risk of a fractured society, and the issue will worsen each year. Recorded birth rates in Japan are not declining gradually but consistently every year. And without appropriate measures, the social security system could collapse. The collapse of the social security system would lead to a decline in industrial strength and economic output, as well as an insufficient recruitment for the country's defense forces. Therefore, in this video, we will explore the factors contributing to Japan's low birth rate. Keep watching. Japan, also known as Nippon or Nihon, is an island nation in East Asia located in the Pacific Ocean. Japan is situated off the eastern coast of the Asian continent and stretches from the Sea of Okhotsk in the north to the East China Sea and the Philippine Sea in the south. It is often referred to as the land of the rising sun. The country consists of 4 main islands, Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, with Honshu being the largest. The capital city of Japan is Tokyo, located in the middle of Honshu, and it is one of the most populous cities in the world. Japan has a large population, and the majority of it is ethnically homogeneous, concentrated in low-lying areas along the Pacific coast of Honshu. According to Statista data, Japan's population is approximately 125.51 million. Japan had previously reached its population peak with over 128 million people between 2007 and 2010. However, due to low birth rates and limited immigration, the country has experienced a declining trend since then. Despite the declining population, Japan's population density remains one of the highest in Asia. Most of the population is concentrated in metropolitan areas, particularly Tokyo, which is one of the most populous cities globally, along with Osaka and Nagoya. While many rural areas are experiencing population decline, land prices in the 3 major metropolitan areas have been rising since the mid-2010s. Increasing aging population in Japan. Currently, Japan not only faces a decreasing population but also one of the fastest aging populations in the world. It also has one of the highest life expectancies. The population over 65 years old constitutes about 36.5 million people in 2022 and is projected to make up more than 38% of the population by 2060. While an aging population is a challenge, it is also a testament to the country's healthy lifestyle and robust health industry. Low birth rate in Japan. According to the latest report by the Japanese Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, Japan's population has declined to 124.95 million in 2022. This marks the country's 12th consecutive year of population decline. As of October 1 last year, the total population, including foreign residents, saw a decline of 556,000, or 0.44%, from the previous year. According to Chief Cabinet Secretary Hirokazu Matsuno, this represents the largest decline since comparable data became available in 1950. Currently, the number of individuals under 15 years old is 14.5 million, making up 11.6% of the population, the lowest on record. Meanwhile, those aged 65 and over number approximately 36.23 million, a slight increase from the previous year, comprising 29% of the total population. In terms of gender, males account for 48.6%, experiencing a 15-year consecutive decline, while the female population has seen a 12-year consecutive decline, comprising 51.4%. The gender ratio, or the ratio of males to females in the population, is 94.7, with females outnumbering males by 3.4 million. Japan's population fell below the previous year's level for the first time in 2005, then peaked in 2008, and has been declining for 12 consecutive years since 2011. The decline in marriage. The recent trend of low birth rates in the country is attributed, in part, to pressures stemming from an imbalanced work-life environment. This trend has raised concerns about the future of Japan's workforce, with declining birth rates and an aging population, resulting in a shrinking labor force and greater financial burdens on the healthcare and social systems. Based on a survey conducted by the Institute of Population and Social Security, a significant number of young people in Japan have expressed a lack of interest in getting married. This figure represents the highest rate recorded since the survey began in 1982. The decline in marriage rates has also impacted Japan's birth rate. As the country faces the prospect of a dramatic population decline and diminishing workforce and economy, this trend is of significant concern. Experts link this trend to various factors, including women's desire for careers and personal freedom. The study's findings also revealed that some men enjoy being single, while others are concerned about job security and their ability to support a family. Government efforts. The Japanese government is making efforts to increase the birth rate by supporting those who want to get married and have children. However, if the number of individuals choosing not to marry continues to rise, the government may need to review its policies, as this could lead to further declines in fertility rates. Therefore, the Japanese government is currently working to establish more assistance and incentives to encourage parents to have more children. This includes proposals announced by the Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare to increase the amount of additional financial support for expectant parents. This incentive aims to encourage citizens to have more children to alleviate the financial burden of childbirth for families. The government will also provide a subsidy of 100,000 yen for each newborn baby. Additionally, the maternity allowance will be increased from 420,000 yen to 500,000 yen. This allowance is used to cover childbirth costs, which are currently not covered by public health insurance. The Japanese government is also considering ways to ensure that the public health insurance system covers childbirth costs in the future. Conclusion. The issue of low birth rates in Japan needs to be addressed promptly to prevent further escalation of social and safety-related problems. New policies, including the establishment of agencies for children and families, are among the efforts to ensure the country's economic viability while addressing the low birth rate issue. Furthermore, the Japanese government is actively working to develop a society that prioritizes children in order to tackle this problem.